Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I am coming to you live from the YMCA on Huntington Avenue in Boston, Massachusetts. Here to bring you live coverage of today's high school varsity girls volleyball contest between the visiting Galloping Ghosts of the Marie Phillips School for the Deaf and the hosting Newman School Cardinals. It is senior day today for Newman, and so this is going to make for a fun one, as the Cardinals will be honoring their three seniors here today with their, what I think is their last home game of the regular season here in the last week of the regular season. Essentially, it is senior week here, and I'm going to switch over to my camera mic briefly. As soon as the presentation takes over, they're about to do the pregame ceremony for senior day. So, 1 second. As we see Newman Athletic Director Colin Richardson and Head Coach Samantha Schultz setting up. Coach Schultz has got a megaphone passing it to Mr. Richardson there. Here.
Just let me know. If we need a speech, just let me know. It's all for coming. Really appreciate it. I know a lot of you have made it for time games over the past couple of years. Super excited. So, senior club, with us from the 13 to now. And you know, we've got a few times that we finish this off. But yeah, thank you all for coming and all of your support. We're going to start with student speakers. The first is batting part of the map. And we're going to have you speak batter, and then we'll go to all three. And then we'll finish with our ones. Can you guys hear me? Yeah. Okay, awesome. Through the 3 years we've shared on this team, there's one thing I take back. From fighting over songs in the band to celebrating when we're on the floor, there's never a dull moment when you were around. Through the challenges we face as a team, you've always been there to support every player. You made our team experience so special, and we can't believe our time with you is almost up. You're such a special person to everyone, and although we are going to miss you so much, we can't wait to see what you're going to accomplish in the future. We're going to take a photo with the family, friends that came out, and then one with the coaches, and then out.
right, that was the pregame senior day ceremony in honor of Newman's 3 seniors, Beatrice Poggi-Rupnick, Alice Francis Chet, and Madeline Parker. Always a nice little thing there at the end of a high school career. You know, I know a lot of people, as they go through their high school careers, especially the kids living in the moment, might think that it's too short. But me, I think it adds a certain level of, a certain extra layer of feeling and importance to it, the fact that it does end after 4 years. And it allows you to prepare to, go out and make it so you can always go out on your own terms. And I think that's one of the beautiful things about high school sports. But we do have a match on our hands here at the YMCA on Huntington Avenue between the Cardinals and the Galloping Ghosts. And so let's go through the rosters for the two teams coming in today. And we'll start with the visitors on the scoreboard today. You can see them on the opposite side of where we're situated here in the corner. In the blue jerseys with white jersey numbers, the Marie Philip Galloping Ghosts. Going in order of jersey number for Marie Philip, their roster starts off with a senior number 1, Shanna Gobble. Next, another senior and a co-captain, number 2, Faith Curlis. A sophomore, number 4, Peyton Ringer. A senior, number 5, Alyssa Rivera Moore. A junior captain, number 6, Selena Rampino. A freshman, number 7, Angela McDonald. A sophomore, number 8, Vanessa Danue. An 8th grader, number 9, Leticia Lazo Reyes. A senior, number 10, Raydiris Disla Garcia. A senior, number 12, Kylie McNamara. A senior, number 13, Mela Blackburn. And a freshman, number 14, Kai Gabriel. Head coach of the Marie Philip girls volleyball team is Nathan Engel. Sorry, folks, we just had a ball come over our way. That was a little funny. I lost my composure there for a second. I apologize. But that is the roster for the Marie Philip Galloping Ghosts. Now let's go through the roster for the home team on the scoreboard today. Wearing white jerseys with dark blue jersey numbers and red outlines, the Newman School Cardinals. Going in order of jersey number 4, Newman. First off, we have a sophomore wearing either number 1 or libero jersey number 26, Charlotte Irwin. Next, we have a sophomore number 2, Callie Brown. A sophomore number 3, Addie Gordon. Next up, number 4, Vivian Strandberg. A senior captain, number 5, Beatrice Poggi-Rupnick. Next, either wearing number 6 or 22, I believe she's wearing 6 today. That's Lore Perry Johnson. A sophomore, number 7, Ruby Romer. Next, either wearing number 8 or potentially wearing a different libero jersey, Sasha Corey. A sophomore, number 11, Fede Lopez. Number 12, Simona Patton. A senior captain, number 14, Alice Francis Chet. And a senior captain, number 15, Madeline Parker. Head coach of the Newman School girls volleyball team is Samantha Schultz. Newman coming into this one with a record of, I think, 10-2. There were a couple of games that weren't quite accounted for on their website for what the results were. But according to the ones that did have results listed on their website, their record stands at 10-2. Another strong season for this growing Newman volleyball program. Athletic Director Colin Richardson mentioned during the Senior Day ceremony there that this current group of seniors, they've been there since, they've been with this program since the dark days of 0-13 just 2 years ago. That still seems like, you know, a lifetime ago in terms of the results on the court. They had an incredible turnaround for a winning season last year, finished as the IGC runner-up and made it to the NEPSAC Class D semifinals. And now here they are with another strong regular season record, gearing up for what they hope will be an even stronger postseason run. And after graduating 2 foundational seniors last year, and Annabelle Pointer and Abby Mustafi, they'll be graduating 3 more foundational players who have helped carry this program into its current state in Rupnik, Francis, Chet, and Parker. This one promises to be a good one. Once again, thank you for tuning in today. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. If you end up enjoying this live stream, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all my upcoming live streams. I've got a week chock full of Senior Day games this week, and 3 of them will be for the Newman School Cardinals, starting with this one here today. Then on Thursday and Friday, we'll have the 2 soccer teams for their Senior Day games. So plenty of Senior Day action. You know, for those of you who might follow some of my other broadcasts for other schools, I'll also have 2 more Senior Day broadcasts for Brookline High School for their soccer teams. So today I've got Newman girls volleyball, tomorrow Brookline girls soccer, Thursday Newman boys soccer, Friday Newman girls soccer, Saturday Brookline boys soccer. It's a week full of Senior Day games, and it's starting here today. I'm excited, and I hope you guys are too. And if you want to stay up to date on all I've got coming up, I encourage you to subscribe to the channel. And I also encourage you, if there's anything you'd like to say throughout this broadcast, I encourage you to leave a note in the live chat here on YouTube. It could be as simple as Go Newman or Go Marie Phillip, whoever it is you're rooting for. We always appreciate fans showing support and bringing the good vibes in the live chat. If you want to give a shout out to a specific player, you know, maybe you're tuning in to watch a family member or a friend. Maybe you want to give a shout out to your favorite senior, you know. I encourage that in the live chat as well. You know, maybe you want to let us know where it is you're tuning in from. With these online live streams that can be watched all over the world, sometimes we hear about people tuning in from different states or occasionally even different countries, which can be really fun to hear about, you know, about how these live streams help expand the fan base and their ability to see these games. On the more important side, if you notice any technical difficulties with the live stream, either with the video or with the audio, then I encourage you to speak up and say something. You never know. It may be something I don't notice on my end for whatever reason, and it may be something that's an easy fix. So if you notice something going wrong, please speak up, or I guess type up in the live chat. And then if I am messing up the pronunciation of any names, then again, please don't hesitate to say something. You know, I want to give these student athletes the best coverage that I possibly can. And to me, part of that, means doing them the basic courtesy of getting their names right. So, don't feel like you're being a bother or insulting me or anything like that. I much prefer. It's actually a relief to me to have my pronunciations corrected, because then I know for sure that I'm getting it right because I got it from the source rather than just guessing. And we've got our first note in the live chat from Toby Romer saying, "Let's go Newman, hashtag class of 2025. Thank you so much for tuning in, Toby. Hope you enjoy the match. And in a couple years, hope I'll be back here again for Ruby's senior day game. I know that feels like, such a world away, but just ask the current seniors. That time will fly fast." But I mentioned, the really foundational players that have been graduated the past couple of years. Between Annabelle Pointer and Abby Mustafai last year, and now Beatrice Poggi-Rupnik, Alice Francis Chet, and Madeline Parker this year. 5 players who had such an impact on this team over the past 3 years, bringing them from a winless season to now back-to-back winning seasons. So special, and they leave the program in such a stronger place for these youngsters to take over. I'm not seeing. There's a few newcomers to the team this year, so I don't know if any of them happen to be juniors because I didn't see their years listed. But assuming none of them are juniors, if there are no juniors on the roster this year, which means next year no seniors, which means we could be in for a couple of really good years after this one as the youngsters start to step up and take on bigger leadership roles as upperclassmen next year. But of course, there's plenty to be excited about just right now in this season. Like I said, a strong winning record for the Cardinals again this season. Last year, they went 11-4 overall in the regular season. So here at the start of the last week of the regular season, they're just one win away from matching their win total from last year. I think, like I said, a couple of matches results weren't accounted for on the team website, but based on what I read last night, I had them with a record of 10-2 based on what games were reported. There were a couple games that maybe got canceled or maybe just didn't have the results reported on the website, whatever logistical reasons. But what I've got them at currently is 10-2. And we'll see how things play out here today. You guys might be able to see the scoreboard clock over there on the far side of the court. Over in the corner there, it shows we got about a minute left before this one gets underway. So the action soon to be upon us as the teams have finished their warm-ups and are now getting ready to take the court. And fans, if for whatever reason this is your first time tuning in to watch high school volleyball, each set is going to be first to 25 points, but you have to win by 2. So if you're tied at 24, we go into like kind of a deuce situation where you have to score 2 points in a row and take a lead of 2 points in order to win that set. Matches are best of 5 sets, so first to win 3 sets wins the match. So If a team wins each of the first 3, then it ends automatically with a score of 3-0. But we could potentially go all the way to 5 sets. If we are tied at 2 sets apiece after the first 4 sets, we will go to a do-or-die 5th set. That will be first to 15 win by 2 instead of first to 25. You know, and I'm sure some of you watching this are like, yes, I absolutely know that. That's the basics. But like I said, I like to make things as easy to understand for anyone who might be watching this sport for the first time. Just makes for a better viewing experience for everybody. As the 2 teams line up for their pregame handshake, we see a capacity crowd here at the YMCA. About as much of a crowd as we can fit into this smaller gym, as we've got a line of fans in their seats here over by this near side wall. And you can see up above at the window there, watching from 1 floor above us, another sizable crowd. Got a number of family members, some classmates, probably some fellow Cardinals from some of the other teams tuning in as well. And now the team starters are taking to the floor. For Newman, we see number 2, Callie Brown, number 8, Sasha Corey, number 26, Charlotte Irwin, the libero. I see, I think, number 7, Ruby Romer, number 5, Beatrice Poggi-Rupnik, one of the 3 seniors being honored today. And then rounding out the group is number 11, Fede Lopez. On Marie Phillips' side, I see number 4, Peyton Ringer. I see number 2, Faith Curlis. And I'll pick up some of the others as I go. I see number 9, Leticia Lazo Reyes. Looks like Curlis is going to have the first serve of the match here. As the teams will alternate who gets the first serve with each set. All right, looks like we're about to get this underway. Curlis setting up for the first serve. Newman versus Marie Phillip. Here we go. Serve off the net court, but dug out by Rupnik. Bumped up by Romer. Roll shot by Rupnik. Received by Curlis. Set up. Curlis pushes it over. Taken by Lopez. Set by Romer. Rupnik again. Off the net court, and Beatrice Poggi-Rupnik opens her senior day game with the first kill. Great movement between sequences as she had her first hit from the left side, then moved over to the right to get that one off the net cord for the game's first kill. Serve now from number 3, Addie Gordon, and Gordon's got an ace. Strong start for Newman. We've got a kill from Rupnik and then an ace from Addie Gordon. 2-0, the Newman lead to start here in the first set. And this one is dug out, sent over on 1, tapped back by Rupnik. Dug out by Vanessa Denway. Followed up and it goes off the ceiling and they cannot track it. That's one of the it's one of the little quirks of volleyball, is that the infrastructure of whatever gym you're playing in is going to play a role, similar to the design of an outfield in baseball. The shape of things is just going to throw off some plays occasionally. Serve from Gordon, and they miscommunicated. Drops right in between a couple defenders. Second ace of the day for Addie Gordon. Both Curlis and Ringer went after that one. Now this serve, oh, I think that one went off the face, and that's going to be back-to-back aces for Gordon. She's got 3 already to start. This one curves, and it is kept alive, but they cannot get it over on 3 hits. Not quite an ace, but another strong serve from Addie Gordon. As you could see, the spin she put on that serve caused it to ricochet off the hands of Lazo Reyes, going the wrong way. And this serve, whoa, is a little too fast, as the substitution for Marie Philip had not come in time, and in fact, it went right to the player that was checking in, number 10, Radiris Disla Garcia. She wasn't in position yet, which is why the officials are saying that Addie Gordon served that one too fast. Now the serve from Gordon, taken by Curlis, bumped up by Danway, and a long roll shot chased down by Irwin, followed up and bumped over just barely, and it drops in. Miscommunication again. Not sure who quite got the third hit there. I mean, it was either Irwin or Corey. I'm going to say Irwin for now. Gordon serve into the net. Marie Philip on the board off the service error, but a hot start for Newman, led by some strong serves from Addie Gordon. On serve now is Leticia Lazo Reyes. And, oh, illegal serving formation there on Marie Philip. That violation is going to give Newman the point. And Newman is going to go up 8-1. Now on serve, checking in now is the senior number 5, Madeline Parker. And, oh, I think they called Parker for a foot fault on that one, and that might have been what they called Lazo Reyes for as well. So back-to-back service violations give us an 8-2 score and put the serve back with Marie Philip. You got to keep your foot behind that back line as you serve it over. Now on serve number 8, Vanessa Danway. This serve received by Gordon, and Lopez couldn't quite track it down. You could tell she was kind of worried about backing up too far and tripping over the benches. And so she couldn't quite get into the position she probably wanted to get for that second hit. This serve taken by Lopez, followed up by Gordon, and they couldn't chase down. Came a little too close to the net, some miscommunication on past couple of sequences there for Newman, and now it's an 8-4 game. Danway's serve taken by Gordon, followed up off the ceiling by Romer, and now bumped over by Gordon, taken by Danway. Over on one, received by Lopez. Followed up awkwardly by Romer, bumped over by Lopez, received by Curlis. Bumped up, and Curlis bumps it over. Taken by Gordon, set up by Romer, and a roll shot from Rupnik. Well placed by Beatrice Poggi Rupnik her second kill of the day. Rupnik, great decision there to patiently wait for that ball to come down and then put some nice top spin on it to send it over and drop it in. Rupnik now at the serve, and it could not be kept alive. Was hit a second time, but I think we can be generous and call that one an ace. This serve sent into the net, no question about that one. That is an ace for Beatrice Poggy Rupnik. Newman keeping up their strong serving. And that one drops right in. 3 straight aces for Beatrice Poggy Rupnik. This serve dug out, followed up just barely by Rampino, bumped over by Curlis. Gordon tried to bump it back, but misses it wide. So Faith Curlis gets the bump kill there. First kill of the day for Marie Phillip. Another sequence of strong serves expands the lead for Newman. Checking back in, number 1, Shauna Gobble. Gobble's serve, dug out by Parker, followed up awkwardly and bumped over by Gordon. Received by Denway, sent over on 2 by Solina Rampino. Went for the trick on 2 hit. Defenses typically expect you to send it over on the 3rd hit, but the junior captain Solina Rampino went for the sneak attack there and placed it well. Got some notes in the live chat from Toby Romer saying great serving Addie Gordon, referring to that earlier sequence of aces by the Newman sophomore. And then Jamie Allison in the live chat saying go Cards. Brief moment here as the officials clarify some things with the scorers table. All right, after they clear things up, we're ready to go. Gobble back on serve. And this time couldn't hit that one right. Comes up short, and Newman goes back on serve. On serve now will be number 11, Fede Lopez. As another sub checks in, Callie Brown. This one dug out by Danway, set by Rampino, spiked by Curlis, chased down by Lopez, followed up by Rupnik, bumped over by Brown, dug out by Gobble, sent over on 1, taken by Parker, set by Romer. Brown, the spike, gets through the blocker for the kill. Callie Brown with her first kill, and while I might be showing a replay of the spike, how about that great chase down dig by Lopez to keep the point alive? Lopez's serve is an ace. More strong serving from the Cardinals. This one off the net cord, but dug out. Chased down by Gobble, but second hit didn't go where she wanted it to. After the initial service received from number 12, Kylie McNamara. And so another point for Newman. And that serve drops on the back line. Another ace for Lopez. This serve is another ace. Newman with ace after ace after ace so far. And this is another one. 4 aces so far for Fede Lopez, and a timeout is called. The Newman Cardinals well in control here with a commanding 19-6 lead over Marie Phillip. And 10 combined aces between the efforts of Fede Lopez, Beatrice Poggi-Rupnik, and Addie Gordon. And Toby Romer in live chat again saying nasty serve by Fede Lopez. And these are some pretty good serves, and part of what is making them work so well is their different spots of placement they're going to. You know, mixing things up, adding spin on some of them. It's just a good variety of serves that the Cardinals are bringing here in this first set. Out of the timeout, we continue. And that's another ace. Make it 5 now for Lopez. And this one right down Broadway, and no one was covering it. 6 aces now for Lopez, all in the first set. And this one into the net. And Marie Phillip finally goes back on serve, but now trailing by 14 with Newman just 4 points away from taking this first set. Underhand serve for an ace as number 12, Kylie McNamara, gets the ace there. Sent it to the back line, and Newman just had some trouble chasing it down. This one is received by Parker, set by Romer. Long roll shot Lopez, taken by Danway, sent over on one, and Romer wins the battle at the net. Ruby Romer with a block. And now Newman back on serve, Charlotte Irwin. This one received by Curlis, set by Rampino. Curlis taps it over, dug out by Rupnik. Chased down by Romer, and into the net. They can't complete the sequence there. (22-9), the Newman lead as Rampino goes on serve for the Ghosts. And her serve comes in low and almost completely under the net there. Newman now just 2 points away. Now Romer on serve. And this one up and over, received, kept alive by Ringer, and they can't send it over on 3. And while it may not be an ace, it is still a service, point 1, and Newman is now at set point. This one, just long. So the set not quite over yet as we cycle back to the first server of this first set, Faith Curlis, as subbing in for Marie Phillip, number 10, Radiris Disla Garcia, replacing Shanna Gobble. Curlis' serve, dug out by Irwin, but could not be followed up. And that's going to be an ace for Faith Curlis. And this serve is long, and that is going to end the first set. Final score of the first set, Newman 25, Marie Phillip 11. And with that, Newman takes the 1-0 lead. As I said before, first to 3 sets wins the match. Unofficial stats that I'm just keeping myself. Here's what I have for that first set. Fede Lopez with 6 service aces as she really led the charge for Newman, pulling away to the point it became a blowout. But also some strong serving from Beatrice Poggi-Rupnik and Addie Gordon. Rupnik had 3 aces and 2 kills, led the team in kills for that set. Addie Gordon with 3 aces of her own. Ruby Romer had 1 block, and then Charlotte Irwin and Callie Brown had 1 kill each. For Marie Phillip, Faith Curlis with 1 kill and 1 ace. Selena Rampino with 1 kill, and Kylie McNamara with 1 ace. And so now we begin the second set of this best-of-5 match. Newman coming out with Rupnik, Corey, Romer, Brown, Francis, Chet, and Lopez. For Marie-Philip, they have Rampino, number 14, Kai Gabriel, Curlis, Danway, Gobble, and I think Lazo Reyes. So Newman will have the first serve here in the second set as the two teams have switched sides. The libero, Charlotte Irwin, checks in place of Francis Chet. And it will be Romer on serve to start. Romer's serve received by Rampino, set up by Gabriel, spiked over by Curlis, diving dig by Lopez, set by Romer, tap, and Brown couldn't quite get it over. Might have mistimed her jump a bit there. And so Marie-Philip will get the first point. It'll be Curlis serving now for the Ghosts. And this serve, powerful, but right into the net. And Newman will get their first point and go back on serve. Checking in now to go on serve is Addie Gordon. Gordon had 3 aces in the first set. And this one is received by Lazo Reyes, set up by Rampino, bumped over by Gabriel. Taken by Gordon, set by Romer, but an illegal underhit on the set. Violation against Newman. That'll give the point to Marie-Philip. So a bit of a sloppy start for the Cardinals after they got out to a 7-0 lead to start the first set. Gabriel with the serve, this time off the net cord for an ace. Gabriel's serve received by Irwin, chased down by Romer, tap over by Lopez, dug out by Lazo Reyes, but not quite as it gets sent to the stands. And Fede Lopez has her first kill of the day. Now number 8, Sasha Corey on serve. This serve, it goes off the side of the hands of Curlis. That'll be another service ace for the Cardinals. First of the day for Sasha Corey. This serve received by Gabriel, set by Rampino, bumped over by Danway, taken by Gordon, set by Romer. Francis Chet whiffs on the spike there, and it will go to Marie-Philip. Newman's had a little bit of trouble executing on their third hits here in this set as Madeline Parker checks back in for the Cardinals, replacing Sasha Corey. Serve from Vanessa Danway, taken by Gordon, bumped up by Romer. Spike Lopez, Lazo Reyes, and then Rampino keeps it alive. Curlis sends it over, but it went over the curtain as it went over the net, and that counts as that's an illegal hit because it's the same as it bouncing off the ceiling. The ball is not allowed to bounce off the ceiling as it's going over the net. It can only bounce off the ceiling if it stays on the same side of the net. So even though the ball went through and came out the other side, it's still an illegal hit, and so the point goes to Newman. Now Rupnik back on serve. The serve received by Curlis, set by Rampino. Gobble bumps it over. Taken by Gordon, set by Romer. Rupnik bumps it over. Received by Rampino. Bumped up by Curlis. Rampino the spike into the net. We're getting some longer hit sequences here after a first set that was dominated mostly by service aces, but both teams struggling a bit to get their sequences together. Rupnik serve, received by Gabriel, bumped up by Danway, bumped over by Gobble, taken by Rupnik, but off the backboard of one of the basketball hoops. I mentioned before, the infrastructure of the gym is going to play a role, and that cuts both ways. Now Shanna Gobble on serve. The serve misses wide, and so it goes right back to Newman. Sub checking in for the Cardinals. Callie Brown back in, replacing Addie Gordon. For Marie Phillip, Peyton Ringer back in, replacing Shanna Gobble. Lopez, the serve, dug out by Gabriel, tipped over by Rampino. And that's a big kill for the Galloping Ghosts. Fede Lopez's serves were dominant in that first set. Now they skip past her entirely after she just sends over one serve. Now Leticia Lazo Reyes sends over an underhand serve, received by Parker, set by Romer. Roll shot, received by Curlis, set by Rampino, and nobody came in to get that third hit. More struggles with getting those three hit sequences together. Newman up 7-6 as Corey checks back in, replacing Parker. Francis Chet the serve, received by Curlis. That's going to go off the backboard, but it is chased down by Rampino, but spiked right back by Corey, kept alive, and Gabriel bumps it over. Taken now by Lopez, set by Romer. Brown the spike, taken by Danway, set by Rampino, kind of sliced it, but it's sent over by Gabriel. Taken again by Lopez, set by Romer. Now Rupnik the spike, received by Danway. Bumped up by Rampino, bumped over by Gabriel. Received by Brown, bumped up by Romer. Lopez out of the middle, perfectly to the corner. Best rally we've seen from both teams so far, and Fede Lopez ends it with her second kill of the match so far. Francis Chet, the serve, goes into the net. So still neither team jumping out to a huge lead yet, as Selena Rampino now on serve for the Ghosts. The serve up and over, and it goes off the hand of Irwin. You know, she'd like that one back. She was starting to pull away, trying to let that one fly out, but it goes off her hand. That will be an ace for Rampino to tie us up at 8 apiece. This serve is another ace as Rupnik couldn't dig it out. Rampino with back-to-back aces, and Marie Phillip with the lead here at 9-8. This serve into the net. Knotted back up at 9 as, again, neither team able to pull away here in the early stages of this set. As we head into sort of the mid-game of the set, we'll see if any momentum starts to build for either side. Romer, the serve, drops in for an ace. Could be a good sign for Newman as Ruby Romer gets her first ace of the day. And that serve into the net. Was trying to put a bit of side spin on that one, and I think just didn't quite get under it enough to send it over. Now Curlis on serve for Marie-Philip, all knotted up at 10 apiece. This one is received by Brown, followed up by Lopez, bumped over by Romer. Received by Danway, followed up by Gobble, sent over on 2. Taken by Lopez, set by Romer. Brown the spike over the net cord. Just enough spin to roll it over there as Callie Brown gets her second kill of the day. And great decision to go cross court there as Gabriel was coming across trying to block that one. Gordon on serve, taken by Danway, chased down by Curlis, bumped over by Gobble. Received by Gordon, and battle at the net won by Gabriel. Kai Gabriel with the block. All knotted up at 11 as Gabriel now goes on serve. This serve, oh, and again a late pullback as Gordon heard all of her teammates screaming, get back, get back. But just a little too late on that one as a timeout has been called. 12-11, the Marie-Philip lead. Toby Romer in the live chat a few points ago, pointing out the great rally these two teams had. And it's really been a much closer set. As I said before, we were drowning in aces in that first set. 10 combined aces for Newman. But now, so far, just 2 aces for Newman, none of them from the 3 players that combined for the 10 aces in the first set. Marie-Philip has gotten a couple aces here and there, but they've not been able to pull away either. Out of the timeout, it'll once again be Gabriel on serve. This one received by Irwin, set by Romer. Spike Lopez, brilliantly executed. And exactly the kind of execution they want coming out of a timeout. Textbook bump, set, kill there as Lopez gets her 3rd kill of the day. Serve now from Corey, received by Curlis, set by Rampino. Long spike, Curlis goes into the net, and Newman takes back the lead. This serve, chased down by Gabriel, it goes off the ceiling, but recovered by Danway, but nobody could follow it up with a third hit as Newman takes the point and goes up by 2. Strong serve from Corey, but again, just some miscommunication on chasing down that third hit. And that serve just came off her hand wrong there, and that'll give it back to Marie Phillip, 14-13. Parker back into the game in place of Corey. This serve received by Parker, set by Romer, bumped over by Rupnik, taken by Rampino, and Lazo Reyes tried to send it over on 2, but could not. And now Rupnik back on serve. This serve dug out by Curlis. Rampino bumps it up. Curlis, the spike down the line, dug out by Rupnik, set by Romer, tap over by Lopez. Fede Lopez with another kill. That is 4 now. As she recognized the hole in the defense there, they were preparing for a cross-court spike, so she just sent a tap over into that corner that was left uncovered. Rupnik serve taken by Curlis, followed up by Gabriel, bumped over by Rampino, received by Rupnik, set by Romer. Lopez again, the spike dug out by Curlis, set by Rampino. Curlis bumps it over, taken by Francis Chet, set by Romer. Francis Chet, the roll shot, and it's chased down by Gabriel, and Danway couldn't quite follow it up off the ceiling. Not quite a kill, but still a great hit from the senior Ellis, Francis Chet, to put Marie Phillip on their heels. Marie Phillip appears to be discussing something with the officials. I'm not sure what's going on here. Lengthy discussion, but whatever they discussed, the result is everything stays as we thought it did. Rupnik's serve is an ace. And finally, one of the ace hitters from the first set gets another one. That is 4 now for Rupnik, as Newman starting to open up a lead. They're up 5. This serve taken by Curlis, followed up by Gabriel, bumped over by Gobble. Received by Parker, chased down by Romer. Roll shot Lopez, dug out by Curlis, set by Rampino. Spike Curlis, received well by Gordon, set by Romer. Spike Rupnik, goes off the fingertips, and they can't keep it alive. Well executed by Newman, and you saw, you could hear the Newman crowd getting into it, especially that chase down second hit by, I think it was Ruby Romer during that rally. Serve Rupnik, taken by Curlis. Oh, miscommunication on the second hit, and Newman reaches 20. And a timeout is going to be called by Marie Phillip, with Newman firmly in control now here in the second set, up 20-13. I said I was wondering when, you know, things might swing the other way, and now Newman, off some strong serving from the senior Beatrice Poggy Rupnik, has gone on a long run of points here. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is 8 unanswered now for the Cardinals, as they've gone from trailing 13-12 to now leading 20-13. You know, we saw this momentum build right away from Newman in the first set, and this one they got off to a bit of a rocky start, struggled to find their form. But now they are looking very much like they have found their form, behind the leadership of some strong serving from their senior co-captain, as well as some very strong hitting from the sophomore Fede Lopez. Out of the timeout, Rupnik back on serve. This serve dug out by Gabriel, but it goes right to the scorer's table. No way to follow that one up. And that's another ace for Rupnik, her 5th. This serve drops in. Make it ace number 6 for Rupnik. Well placed near the back line there. This serve taken by Gabriel off the ceiling, followed up by Danway, but that second hit doesn't go where she wanted it to, and they couldn't follow it up. Newman now 2 points away. This serve taken by Gabriel, bumped up by Danway, over on 2, received by Romer, bumped up by Francis Chet, and bumped over by Gordon, but that went through the ceiling. That's an illegal hit. Like I said before, the rules of the ceiling, they cut both ways. We saw that exact same call go in favor of Newman against Marie Phillip. So kind of hard to argue when the exact same call goes the other way. Peyton Ringer now on serve for Marie Phillip. Her serve received. Chased down the second hit by Romer. Spike by Lopez. Received by Rampino, and that bounced violently off the pipes up there and could not be followed up for a second hit. And Newman now has set point. Lopez going on serve as Brown checks in for Gordon. Lopez's serve, and she ends it with an ace. Fede Lopez had 6 aces in the first set. It took her until the last point of the second set to get number 7, but she got it at a perfect time as Newman takes the second set 25-14. With a 2 2-0 set lead here. The Cardinals are 1 set win away from winning this match. As I said before we started, if you, as long as you get to 3 set wins, that ends the match. You don't need to play all 5. Unofficial stats at the end of 2 sets for Newman. Fede Lopez leading the way with 4 kills and 7 service aces, both team highs in those marks. Beatrice Poggi-Rupnik, who put on some strong serving for that late rally for Newman to pull away. She's got 2 kills and 6 aces. Addie Gordon still with 3 aces. Callie Brown with 2 kills. Ruby Romer with 1 ace and 1 block. Sasha Corey 1 ace and Charlotte Irwin 1 kill. For Marie Phillip, Selena Rampino 2 kills, 2 aces. Kai Gabriel 2 aces, 1 block. Faith Carlos 1 kill, 1 ace, and Kylie McNamara with 1 ace. All right, we get set for the 3rd and possibly final set of the match. If Newman wins this set, it will be the final set of the match. But if Marie Phillip wins, we will continue to a 4th set. You can hear the crowd getting into it here as we take a look again at the capacity crowd we got here at the gym at the YMCA on Huntington Avenue in Boston, Massachusetts. And for Newman, got a couple players out there that didn't see the floor in the first 2 sets. Simona Patton, number 12, among them, as Faith Curlis setting up for the first serve of set number 3. This serve received by Brown, chased down by Rupnik, and bumped over by Lopez. Received by Danway, sent over on 2 by Rampino, but she hits the net. And yes, Rampino hits the net. A bit of a question over whether Rampino hit the net first or whether a blocker hit it first, but they say that it was Rampino that hit it first, and so the first point goes to Newman. Addie Gordon checks back in for the Cardinals to go on serve. Her first serve into the net. 1-1 as Marie Phillip goes back on serve now. I mentioned Patton, but another player on the floor for the first time here in the 3rd set is number 4, Vivian Strandberg. The serve from Gabriel is high and too far. Good watch by the Newman back line. They had a little trouble with watching long serves in the first couple sets. Had a couple plays where they tried to pull away, or a couple points in the second set, I should say, where they tried to pull away and just didn't pull back in time. But that time did well. Parker, the serve. It's received by Rampino, bumped up by Gabriel. Off the ceiling, it's bumped over by Curlis, chased down by Gordon, set by Romer, spike Lopez, and Lopez delivers again. Fede Lopez with her 5th kill sent it strong towards the back line. Serve from Parker, dug out by Curlis, bumped up by Gobble, bumped over by Rampino. No, it goes off of the ceiling and goes over the net. Whoa, 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 whoa. And it was confirmed by the far side judge that it did go off of this. There's a little curtain near the ceiling there. And it went off that and went over the net. And as we've discussed, that's an illegal hit. Parker serve into the net. And the Ghosts go back on serve, trailing by 2. Danway. The serve, received by Parker, set by Romer. Rupnik goes for a tap over, taken by Gobble, followed up by Rampino, bumped over by Curlis. Battle at the net, and it's pushed over by Newman, but sent over by Gobble. Chased down by Gordon, followed up by Romer. Roll shot Lopez, taken by Danway. Chased down by Rampino, bumped over by Gobble. Now taken by Gordon, set by Romer. Rupnik, the spike, cross court, taken by Danway. Set by Rampino. Spike Curlis, dug out by Gordon. Just wide. No, it's in. They say that's in. My mistake. They give the kill to Addie Gordon. As they, or no, they reversed it. Well, color me confused as they went back and forth on the call for that point there, but it is a point to Marie Phillip. This serve from Danway, taken by Parker, set by Romer, and confusion over the third hit. And I think part of the problem was Romer sent it straight up and didn't get out of the way. And so all of her teammates were worried about bumping into her. But also because Romer was surrounded by 3 of her teammates, she might have not been sure where to move to after setting that one up. Serve from Danway, taken by Lopez, bumped up by Romer. Lopez, the roll shot, beautiful top spin, drops it in no man's land for another kill. That is 6 on the day for Lopez. Now on serve is Rupnik. Rupnik serve, received by Gabriel, followed up awkwardly, but sent over on 2, taken by Romer, bumped over by Rupnik, and now Marie Phillip trying to stay alive in the point, and they cannot. That was a chaotic play there. Both teams kind of had to go off script a little bit, but ultimately Newman stayed alive, and Marie Phillip wasn't able to keep it up. Rupnik serve, dug out by Curlis, chased down by Gabriel, bumped, not over. Marie Phillip struggling to string their hits together these past couple points. Newman starting to open up a lead here. They lead by 3. Leticia Lazo-Reyes checks back in for Marie Phillip, replacing Shanna Gobble. Rupnik serve, taken by Gabriel, followed up by Denway, bumped over by Rampino, taken by Gordon, set by Romer, and Lopez went for the tap over, but just mistimed it as goes into the net. It was a good idea, just ever so slightly off on the execution. 7-5 as Lazo-Reyes on serve for the Ghosts. Underhand serve is over the net, received by Gordon, set by Romer, but the set, you could tell the second it left her hands, it did not go where she wanted. And so it is now a 1-point game. Lazo-Reyes back on serve. This one taken by Rupnik, chased down by Romer, bumped over by Lopez, received by Denway, set by Rampino, spike Curlis, dug out by Gordon, off the net, could not be kept alive by Romer without touching the net. And I think we can be a little generous and call that a kill for Faith Curlis, as that would have been a very difficult second hit to make for Romer. This serve received by Gordon, set by Romer, off angle again, and Lopez does send it over, but you can't send it on the outside of those poles that you see coming up, the red and white poles. You can't go around them. It has to be inside them. You know, sort of like the uprights in football. So that illegal hit gives the point to Marie Phillip. This serve is over, and it's dug out by Gordon, bumped up by Romer, punched over by Lopez, but wide. Newman struggling a bit with their sequences. They've been having some real trouble with their second hits, as the ball just hasn't been going where Romer's wanted it to go these past few hits. She's been doing some very strong setting and overall play up to this point, but a bit of struggles here in the third set. This one taken by Gordon, and just a little too much traffic there, and that's going to be an ace for Lazo-Reyes. And a 3-point advantage now for Marie Phillip, as they've scored 6 unanswered points. This one taken by Rupnik, bumped up by Romer, tap over by Lopez, received by Rampino. Set by Gabriel, pushed over by Rampino, received by Romer, bumped up by Parker, spike Romer, and it could not be followed up. Rumi Romer with a nice taste of redemption there after a couple of rough sequences there on her second hits. She gets her first kill of the day on that one. Lopez, the serve into the net. Marie Phillip back up by 3. 11-8 the score, as Peyton Ringer on serve for the Ghosts. This serve received by Lopez, set by Romer. Long roll shot chased down by Lazo-Reyes and could not be followed up by Denway. Might not have been a kill, but still a strong hit from Callie Brown on that play. As Alice Francis-Chet and Simona Patton check back in for Newman. And it'll be Francis-Chet on serve. This one over, taken by Curlis, chased down by Rampino, bumped over by Curlis. Received by Lopez, set by Romer. Lopez couldn't get into the right position for that long spike there. And it goes into the net. Marie-Philip back up by 3. Checking back in for Newman, number 4, Vivian Strandberg replaces Frances Chet. Rampino on serve. And this serve goes long. Good watch by Newman. But they are looking for some momentum to try and get out from under this deficit here in the mid-game. Romer's serve goes long. Marie-Philip back up again by 3 as they cycle back to their first server, Faith Curlis. And her serve comes in wide and short into the net. Checking in for Newman now is Addie Gordon, who will go back on serve. The serve up and over, taken by Curlis, bumped up by Danway, pushed over by Gabriel, taken by Gordon, set by Romer. Rupnik the spike, received by Danway, chased down by Ringer, bumped over by Rampino, taken by Gordon, set by Romer. Spike Lopez down the line and in. Lucky kill number 7 for Fede Lopez. And that's the kind of clean sequence that Newman has been looking for and struggled with for much of this third set. This serve from Gordon, taken by Curlis. Miscommunication on the follow-up. And so that'll be the 4th ace of the day for Addie Gordon. Ties us up at 13. This serve taken by Curlis, bumped up by Gabriel and bumped over by Danway. Diving dig could not be followed up, and Danway gets the kill for Marie-Philip. Gotta watch out for those hits into no man's land. You know, you've got the players on the front line backing off as it's going too far for them, and then the back line players too far back awaiting a powerful hit or a deep hit, and it comes in shallower than they expect. Serve from Gabriel now received. Bumped up by Romer, bumped into the net. Lopez couldn't get the lift she needed, and Marie-Philip back up by 2 at 15-13. And a timeout called by Newman as it's been a rough third set for the Cardinals. And in the second set, they had a bit of a rough start to that set, at least as compared to the dominant way they started the first set. But they were able to find their form in the late stages. But now they have just 13 points, and they've already allowed more points to Marie-Philip than in either of the previous sets. 25-11 and 25-14 were the final scores of the first 2 sets of this best-of-5 match. And if Newman is able to find their form, dig out of this small hole here and take the lead and take this third set, then they would end the match here. But if Marie-Philip can hold on to this lead and get to the finish line of this set, then we would move on to a 4th set. Out of the timeout, Gabriel back on serve for the Ghosts. This serve taken by Lopez, set by Romer, bumped over by Patton, and it's dug out by Curlis, tapped over by Rampino, does not touch the net, and that is a kill for the Marie Phillips setter, her third of the day. Gabriel's serve off the net cord could not be dug out, and that is an ace as Marie Phillips starting to pull away late here in the third set. Third ace of the day for the Marie Phillips freshman, Kai Gabriel. This serve comes in high, received by Romer, but the wrong way. It's another ace for Gabriel. Marie Phillips now leads by 5. And I think this is their biggest lead of the match so far at 5 points. This serve taken by Lopez, set by Romer, and Lopez couldn't get the spike there, and it's now a 6-point advantage. Marie Phillips needs just 6 points to win this set, while Newman needs 6 points just to tie it. And another timeout is called by Newman, as again, they've been struggling stringing their hits together. You know, one of the things that makes a sport like volleyball so interesting is that you can't run out the clock. You know, no matter how dominant you are at the start of a game, you still have to finish strong as well. You know, there's no jumping out to a 20-point lead in the first quarter and then just holding that lead the rest of the way and just holding the ball and running the clock out like you might see in other sports. You know, in this one, it doesn't matter how dominant you start, you still have to finish. And it can be kind of tough because that mindset of like, okay, we're dominating, we can relax, that's still such a natural human way to feel about it. When you get off to a strong start like Newman has with their 2-0 lead, but you've got to be able to brush that feeling away, you know, and stay in the zone all the way to the end. This serve is taken by Strandberg, chased down by Romer, but Lopez can't get that third hit over, and Marie Phillips has 20. This serve taken by Patton, tapped over on 2 by Romer, and Romer is going to get a kill off that one. Almost disastrous there as Patton kind of cut off Gordon, but good tap around the net by Ruby Romer for her second kill. And can Newman turn this into a turnaround here? They trail by 6. Parker's serve is long. Newman's actually had a bit of a rough time serving as well here in this third set. And now Marie Phillips back on serve. Danway sends it over, taken by Parker. set by Romer. Rupnik, the spike, received by Rampino, set by Curlis. Spike Rampino is going to sail long. So Newman gets a break off the mistake from Marie Phillip, and now it'll be Rupnik going on serve. And this serve received by Danway, bumped up by Lazo Reyes, sent over by Danway, taken by Rupnik, set by Romer, tap over Lopez, and it is in. Had to kind of wait for the call there, but Fede Lopez does get her 8th kill, and Newman cuts the lead down to 5. This serve, and it is followed up, and Rampino gets it over on 3. Received by Lopez, set by Romer. Illegal set by Romer. And Newman cannot build momentum off of the strong serving as they get another bad break. 22-16, Lazo Reyes, whose strong serving helped Marie Phillip jump out to the lead. She goes back on serve. Her team needs just 3 points to win this set and send this to a 4th set. And that one too high. It goes off the curtains. And Newman will go back on serve. It'll be Fede Lopez as Callie Brown checks in, replacing Addie Gordon. This serve taken by Danway, chased down and bumped over by Gabriel, received by Lopez, set by Romer, bumped over by Brown, taken by Gabriel, set by Rampino. Curlis, the spike off the net court, diving dig by Brown, followed up by Rupnik, and bumped over by Parker. Received by Gabriel, set by Rampino. Curlis taps it over, taken by Rupnik, set by Romer. Brown bumps it over. Received by Danway, set by Rampino, bumped over by McNamara, taken by Lopez, set by Romer. Lopez, a long spike, curves wide. A great long rally with both sides keeping it going well there, but ultimately Newman made the mistake first. And now Peyton Ringer on serve for Marie Phillip. This serve received by Parker, sent back on 1 by Gabriel, received by Parker, sent over on 2 by Romer. Now they set up for Gabriel, who taps it over, dug out by Rupnik, bumped up by Romer. Spike Brown, received by Danway, followed up by Rampino, tapped back by Romer, but received by Curlis. Followed up by Lazo Reyes and bumped over by Danway. Taken now by Lopez, set by Romer, back to Rupnik, who bumps it over, taken by Danway, sent over on 2 by Rampino, but received by Parker, set by Romer. Long spike Rupnik, dug out by Ringer, bumped up by Rampino, miscommunication on the 3rd hit, and this time Newman stays alive long enough for their opponents to make a mistake. 23-18, Newman still has a ways to go to get back in this one. Francis Chet goes on serve. This one taken by Curlis, battle at the net, and Marie Phillip keeps it alive, and they bump it over. It's taken by Rupnik, set by Romer, spike Brown, received by Curlis, set by Rampino, spike Curlis. She sends the roll shot back, received by Lopez, bumped up by Romer, spike Rupnik, received by Rampino, but it's going off the ceiling, off the pipes, and it's not coming down! What do we do? They give it to Newman! Or no, they they don't. No, they don't. It's a mulligan. It's not a point to anyone. They're going to do over the point. I was so surprised when they said they were giving that to Newman. I thought there's no way with a dead ball that dies on the pipes up in the ceiling and just doesn't come down. Take two, the serve from Francis Chet. Received by Curlis. Battle at the net. Won by Murray-Philip this time, but dug out by Brown. Followed up by Romer. Bumped over by Brown. Taken by Curlis. Set by Rampino. Curlis, the spike into the net. And that is a fourth hit, or I don't know what they called, but either way, it's a point to Newman. And a timeout now called by Murray-Philip to try and put a pause on the momentum as the home crowd is starting to get into it here at the Y. Newman still trails by 4, but they're trying to come back and see if they can finish this one in 3 sets. Toby Romer in the live chat saying, "Keep fighting, Cardinals, let's go." As the Cardinals are showing some fight here. And you know what happened is they've emptied out the seats on the floor above us. Everyone has come down to gym level here. And the crowd is bringing the noise. Newman is not done yet in the 3rd set, but the margin of error is so thin. They can only allow 1 more point before they potentially lose the set. And they still need 4 to just tie it up. Francis Chet the serve, taken by Curlis, bumped up by Rampino, and bumped into the net. Danway couldn't get it over, and the lead is down to 3. And that time the serve into the net. Newman still needs 4 points, and now they cannot afford to surrender a single one. That was their point to give, and now it is set point for Murray-Philip. Rampino on serve, and it drops in for an ace, and the Ghosts end it. And we will have a 4th set here at the Y. The Galloping Ghosts take the 3rd set 25-20. Unofficial stats after 3 sets. Fede Lopez still leading Newman with 8 kills and 7 aces. Beatrice Poggi-Rupnik with 2 kills and 6 aces. Addie Gordon with 4 aces. Ruby Romer, 2 kills, 1 ace, 1 block. Callie Brown, 2 kills. Charlotte Irwin, 1 kill. Sasha Corey, 1 ace. For Murray-Philip, Kai Gabriel, 4 aces, 1 block. Selena Rampino, 3 kills, 2 aces. Faith Carlis, 2 kills, 1 ace. 1 kill for Vanessa Danway, and 1 ace each for Leticia Lazo Reyes and Kylie McNamara. The crowd still bringing the noise out here at the YMCA on Huntington Avenue in Boston, Massachusetts, as we get ready for the fourth set of this high school varsity girls volleyball match between the Newman Cardinals and the Marie Philip Galloping Ghosts. The Ghosts showing that they're not going to lie down as they kept this match alive with a 25-20 win in that third set. If Newman wins this fourth set, it does still end the match. But if Marie Philip wins, we go to a do-or-die fifth set. That'll be first to 15, win by 2 instead of first to 25. Ruby Romer will open the serving for Newman. This one goes off the wall, and Ruby Romer opens it with an ace. Marie Philip has been doing so much better on their service receives compared to that first set. But Newman gets off to a strong start in that one. This one sent over on one by Lazo Reyes. Chased down by Lopez, bumped up by Romer. Spike Rupnik right through the needle there. Beautiful shot from Beatrice Poggi Rupnik, the senior co-captain, with her third kill of the match thus far. This serve taken by Lazo Reyes. Bit of miscommunication, and it does not work out for Marie Philip as Newman opens up with a 3-0 lead, their best start since the first set. And now this serve taken by Ringer, bumped up by Gabriel Rampino. The spike dug out by Lopez, and they couldn't keep it alive off the net as Romer overran it and crossed over the midline there. You can't cross over the midline. And so that violation gives point to Marie Philip. 3-1 the score as Faith Curlis on serve. Her serve dug out by Irwin, followed up by Romer, bumped over by Rupnik, and she sends it to the back line for the kill. Rupnik opening this fourth set well. She's already doubled up her kill total for the match so far. She's now got 4. Now Gordon on serve, and it goes off the hands of Danway, cannot be chased down. Another ace for Addie Gordon, that is her 5th. This one, they watch it. And they say in, drops on the sideline. Another ace for Addie Gordon. That is 6 now. And it is a 6-1 lead for the Cardinals. This one taken by Ringer, over on one, tapped back by Sasha Corey. Sasha Corey, great play at the net there, as I do believe we can give her her first kill of the day, and a timeout is called as the Cardinals have their best start since the first set. Marie Philip gave them trouble in the second and third sets, even won the third set to force this fourth one. And Newman coming out with the same fire they started the match with. And you know, it's just like I said, sometimes you get that 2-0 lead and you think, okay, just one more, and you start to go into cruise control a bit and your opponent can take advantage. But then when your opponent takes advantage, that can serve as a wake-up call and you bounce back just as strong as you were before. You know, for an example of this on a bigger stage, just look at the last year's NBA Finals. Celtics go up 3-0, and then the Mavericks blow them out of the water in Game 4. And then the Celtics are like, whoops, and then wake up and dominate Game 5 to take the championship. And no, I'm not just saying that because they're unveiling banner number 18 later tonight at the Garden. Why would you think that? Anyway, back to this court here at the Y as out of the timeout, another serve from Gordon. This one into the net. Oh yeah, go ahead. 7-2 is the score as Marie Phillip now goes on serve. Kai Gabriel. And into the net. And Newman goes back on serve with an 8-2 advantage. This serve from Corey, taken by Gabriel, sent over on one. Francis Chet kind of whiffed on the first spike, but they keep it alive, and Lopez bumps it over. Taken by Curlis, set by Rampino, spike Curlis, received by Rupnik, bumped up by Lopez, and bumped over by Rupnik. Chased down by Curlis, but could not be followed up, as that's another bump kill for Rupnik. Five kills now for Beatrice Poggi Rupnik off of a zany point there. But hey, the points count all the same. As Corey sends this serve over, received by Curlis, chased down by Rampino, bumped over by Curlis, taken by Francis Chet. Rupnik tried to keep it alive, but it slices the wrong way off her hands. And the ball can't hit the wall. I know it might seem confusing because it can hit off the ceiling, and as long as it stays on your end, it's still a live ball. But if it hits off the wall, point's dead. Danway, the serve, taken by Gordon, set by Romer, set too far. Can Rupnik get it over? She cannot. Nine to 4. Danway's serve taken by Parker, set by Romer, tapped over by Rupnik, diving dig by Curlis, chased down by Rampino. Danway couldn't quite bump it over. You know, off of 3 hits, I can't reward a kill, but that was still a great sequence there and a great touch by Rupnik. Rupnik now on serve. This one goes off the side of the hands of Lazo Reyes, and they can't get the third hit over as Curlis's hit goes off the curtain in the ceiling, and Newman gets the point. Rupnik's serve taken by Curlis, bumped up by Danway, and bumped over by Rampino, received by Francis Chet, chased down by Romer. Roll shot, Lopez. Beautiful spin, perfect location. Fede Lopez with her 9th kill of this match. Rupnik back on serve. Newman up by 8 here in the early stages of the 4th set. This one shallow but dug out by Danway, followed up by Curlis and bumped over by Rampino. chased down and could not be followed up off the second hit, as that is going to go for a bump kill for Selena Rampino, her 4th kill. That first hit just too close to the net to be followed up on. Now Leticia Lazo-Reyes on serve. This one over, taken by Rupnik, set by Romer, bumped barely over by Francis Chet, and Francis Chet gets the kill, as that one with just enough forward momentum to go over the net and give the senior co-captain her first kill of the match. Lopez the serve, and another ace for Fede Lopez. 8 aces now for the Newman sophomore. This one received by Gabriel, followed up by Curlis, bumped over by Rampino, chased down by Parker. Followed up by Lopez, bumped over by Romer, received by Denway, set, and now spiked by Curlis, blocked by Ruby Romer. Second block of the day for Romer. You know, you could maybe, nope, that one was going over. Great block by Romer. This serve taken by Gabriel, sent over on one, and Brown had to hit it twice. Can't hit it twice. You know, in a situation like that, if you know, your first time trying to push it over the net doesn't go, you got to just back off and hope one of your teammates gets there to recover it for you. Ringer's serve taken by Francis Chet, tapped over on 2 by Romer, dug out by Rampino, received by Romer, sent on 2 by Francis Chet, received by Rampino, followed up by Curlis, tapped over, and a diving dig by Lopez sends it over on 1, taken by Gobble, battle at the net, tapped over by Gabriel. And they blow the whistle, and they say that, I think they're saying Newman touched the net. Who is giving the point? The two officials are disagreeing with each other. The far side official says Marie Phillip gets the point. The near side official saying Newman gets the point. They're going to confer on this. And the far side official overrules him, and that is going to be a point to Marie Phillip. They're going to say the Newman blockers touched the net first. 15-7 now the score. Ringer the serve, just wide. S 16-7. Charlotte Irwin going on serve now. And that one goes straight into the net. Now Rampino on serve. This one received by Rupnik, sent over on 1, taken by Curlis, set by Rampino, spike Curlis, received by Lopez, bumped up by Romer, bumped over by Brown, taken by Denway, bumped up by Rampino, spike goes over the net cord, the crazy spin off the hit from Curlis, and that's going to be her 3rd kill of the day. Rampino back on serve for the Ghosts. This one taken by Rupnik, over on one again, tapped back by Gabriel, sent back the other way by Brown, sent back by Gabriel as they're trading on one hits. Taken out by Rupnik, set by Romer, spike Brown, dug out by Ringer, followed up by Rampino, pushed over by Curlis, and that's still live. Irwin tried to follow it up, but again it went off of the backboard, and Marie Phillip will get the point. (16-10). Now this serve is taken by Lopez, bumped up by Romer, spike Brown. Great placement to the back line by Callie Brown. That is the third kill of the day. Great roll shot to the back line from Brown. This serve into the net from Romer and Marie Phillip, while still trailing a significant amount, staying right on Newman's heels here. 17-11 is the Cardinals' lead as Curlis goes back on serve. And that serve into the net. Back-to-back service errors from both sides. And now Addie Gordon checks back in to go on serve. And that one misses well wide. Both teams struggling to make their serves here. It'll be Gabriel on serve. This one up and over, received by Lopez, tapped over on two by Romer, and places it right on the line. Well hit by Ruby Romer, her third kill of the day. Newman back up by 7, 19-12. And Corey's serve wide and into the stands. And that'll give it back to Marie Phillip. Newman has missed 3 straight serves between 3 different players. But the great start they had to the set, still keeping them comfortably ahead. Serve from Danway, taken by Parker, set by Romer. This spike dug out by Curlis, chased down by Rampino, bumped over by Curlis, taken by Gordon, bumped up by Romer. Spike Rupnik, received by Curlis. They could not chase it down, too close to the stands. And Rupnik will get her 6th kill. (20-13). Rupnik, the serve, and ace. Everyone on the Marie Phillip side caught flat-footed on that one as Rupnik registers her 7th ace of this match. This serve, another ace for Rupnik. The senior co-captain leading this last push for victory here as she ties now for the team lead with Lopez with her 8th service ace of the day. And a timeout is called with Newman leading by 9, 22-13 here in the 4th set. And again, this is how Newman looked in the first couple of sets. Things just didn't quite go right for them in the third set, and now they have a sequence where even after blowing 3 sets in a row, they're still able to string their hits together and get defensive points and get back on serve until finally they get their serves going. 22 to 13, Newman just 3 points away. This serve received by Gabriel, over on one, tapped back by Romer, but dug out by Rampino. Set up by Curlis, pushed over by Rampino, sliding dig by Gordon, chased down by Romer. Spike by Lopez to the back line. They say just long. That one was very close, but they say just long. And now Marie-Philip goes on serve. Lazo Reyes. Sends this one over. Taken by Parker. Set by Romer. Long roll shot, Francis Chet, way too long. And that's going to be another point for Marie-Philip. Again, I said it back in the third set. You got to maintain that composure all the way to the finish. Lazo Reyes' serve, sliding dig by Gordon again, bumped up by Romer, tapped over by Lopez, and Lopez misses it. 3 straight missed third hits by the Cardinals here as their lead is cut down to 6. Remember, Marie-Philip got a long string of points off the services of Lazo Reyes last set. But that one misses. And Newman now just 2 points away. Callie Brown back in, replacing Addie Gordon. Fede Lopez on serve. And this one, another ace. Fede Lopez with her 9th ace puts Newman at match point. Could she get a 10th ace to put the cherry on top here on Senior Day? Yes, she can! Fede Lopez with her 10th ace of the match puts an exclamation mark on this Senior Day match as the Newman Cardinals prevail on their home floor 3-1. Final set scores for Newman: 25-11, 25-14, 20-25, and 25-16. As the Cardinals do their seniors proud, rebounding nicely after a tough third set loss to come away with the win. And Fede Lopez poetically ends it with back-to-back aces, as this match started out with strong serving for Newman and it finishes out with strong serving. Final unofficial stats for today's match. Lopez leading the team in both aces and kills. 10 aces, 9 kills. Beatrice Poggi-Rupnik, one of the 3 seniors honored today, not far behind Lopez with 8 aces and 6 kills. Addie Gordon not far behind in terms of aces, 6 aces for Gordon. Ruby Romer doing a little of everything. 3 kills, 2 aces, 2 blocks, and also a number of assists. Unfortunately, I can't keep track of assists, but safe to say that Romer, the team's primary setter, got a high number of assists to go with a pretty loaded stat sheet there. Callie Brown with 3 kills. Sasha Corey, 1 kill, 1 ace. Alice Francis Chet, the senior, with 1 kill. Charlotte Irwin with 1 kill. For Marie Phillip, Selena Rampino with 4 kills, 2 aces, and some assists of her own as Marie Phillip's primary setter. Kai Gabriel with 4 aces and 1 block. Faith Curlis, 3 kills, 1 ace. Vanessa Danway, 1 kill. And Leticia Lazo Reyes and Kylie McNamara with 1 ace each. Well, that is going to do it for this one. We got some last notes in the live chat from Justine Hyde. Ace, we love our seniors. And also, yay Newman, thank you for creating a way for us to watch. Thank you so much. It's been my pleasure. And Newman fans, remember, we got 2 more Senior Day games on the docket this week. Thursday and Friday for the soccer teams. Thursday is boys soccer. Friday is girls soccer, if I don't have things mixed up. But hey, subscribing to the channel can help in terms of keeping track of that. So be sure to check that out if you'd like to see some more Newman action this week. If you enjoyed this live stream, be sure to hit that like button. Thank you to all the fans who brought the good vibes in the live chat today. If there's anything you'd like to say after the live stream is concluded, you can say it in the comment section down below. And you can also go down to the comment section, you can go down below to the description section of the video where you can find some links related to me, my personal website, jessesports.com, where you can find out more about me, the freelance sports broadcasting services that I provide to various teams and various schools, and how you can commission those services for your favorite school or team. You can also contact me directly through email, if you just want to skip past all that, more direct communication. And you can also follow me on social media on Instagram and Facebook, where I post highlights from previous live streams. But for this live stream, that's going to do it. Final score, Newman 3, Marie Phillip 1. Set scores of 25-11, 25-14, 20-25, and 25-16. Newman honoring their 3 senior co-captains, Beatrice Poggy Rupnick, Alice Francis Chet, and Madeline Parker with the win. From the YMCA on Huntington Avenue in Boston, Massachusetts, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Thank you all for watching, and have a good night.